Hey, hello, Sagittarius, my Saggy friends. This is Adrian Igo, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a Look Inside, coming to you with your December 2018 horoscope. Okay, so it's going to be my astrological take on things. And I just realized I don't have my calendar open. Excuse me, guys. I just ate cauliflower. And you know how cauliflower has all those little florets or whatever? Just need some tea. Anyway, I'm going to do my take on your reading for the month of December. And then once I do that, then I'm going to go over the aspects for the month of December. And then we'll just discuss how it affects Saggies. So, and in case you don't know, for me, whenever I do Sagittarius, I always think about how it really affects myself because according to Hindu astrology or Eastern astrology, I'm actually a Sagittarius with Sagittarius rising and not a Capricorn with Capricorn rising, which freaks me out every time I think about it. Like, what? But that's what they say. In Western astrology, I'm a Capricorn with Capricorn rising and a Taurus moon. And Eastern astrology, I am a Sagittarius with Sagittarius rising and an Aries moon. Go figure. So, and I can tell you when I look at my life, my hair is in a weird spot here. Sorry. But when I look at my life, I can see how I could be either or. I feel that in me. So when I'm reading this, it's coming from a place where like myself, sometimes I feel like I don't feel like I'm too close to the camera, but then later when I look at the videos, it shows me as really super close to the camera. So I'm trying to like get out of your space a little bit and give you some space, give me some space. So I'm just pulling away just a little. It just probably looked weird that I was too close. Okay. Got my little magic amethyst here. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you've been through anything like I've been through. And I have a feeling that some of you guys have been through what I've been through. And that's why I said that in Hindu astrology, I'm a Sag. I may be going through what you guys are going through. So let me give you a rundown of what happened, okay? Since Scorpio would be in your solar 12th house, I want you to understand what I'm about to say here. I have Venus in Scorpio, by the way. So on I believe it was the 26th, the day that Venus was in Scorpio and the sun was in Scorpio and Venus was retrograding and the moon was full in Taurus. So that was a really horrifying day. And I've heard lots of horror stories about that day. In my case, it was the Tower. And, when you think about Venus in a 12th house, it's like Venus is hiding. Venus is ugly. Venus is crying. Venus is, isolated. Venus is hostage. That's like love locked away, imprisoned. It's definitely in a detrimental state, right? So love, that was where Venus was for, and is right now for many. I'm just hoping. I can't let go of my magic amethyst for some reason. I am just hoping that none of you guys are going through the heartbreak I went through because my husband left me suddenly out of the blue. No warning whatsoever. I mean, yeah, there have been some arguments. Not really. He just disappeared. And so you may experience something like that as Mercury is in your 12th house. It went direct from Libra, and it's going to be going through Scorpio. And, you can get through this. Just know you can get through this. It's just one of those months, Now, the crazy thing is, while all that might be going on with your love life or whatever, you yourself should feel really empowered. I mean, really empowered, like weirdly empowered, so that even if the worst should occur and the love of your life walks out on you, as did me, instead of you crumbling and dying in a corner, you will feel empowered. And I'll tell you why this might happen. In the month of December, Jupiter comes home to Sagittarius. You guys, man, you got this internal joy. No one's taking away your joy. Ain't nobody taking away my joy. Even in the darkest moment, I felt that. Even in the darkest moment, you'll feel that. You have your sun in your first house. You have Jupiter in your first house. You have Mercury retrograding out of your first house, but it's going to be there for a certain amount of time. And so December is not a bad month for you guys. I mean, it's your month, really. Up until the 21st of December, when it goes into Capricorn, the emphasis is on you guys, Saggies. It's all about you guys. Oh, now I don't know what's been going on with your money, but after the 21st, when the sun moves out of your first house and into the second house, then you're going to have the sun and Pluto and Saturn in your second house of money. So if you played your cards right, I see money coming. Probably from work that you've done, something that you had to offer. You're very powerful in the area of money this year. Very, 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 very powerful. And when the sun goes there on the 21st, I would say that period from the 21st of December to, maybe around the 21st or 23rd, I believe it is, of January, you're going to have a lot of emphasis in money, a lot. And let's hope it's good, because when Saturn goes into an area, you might have even felt like you've had some problems with money over the last few months, or not gotten, the money that you hoped, maybe. But Pluto is there. It tends to destroy the area. Then it'll build it back up again and make it stronger than ever. That's like the phoenix rising from the ashes situation. And you might go through this period off and on like a wave, like build it up, falls down, build it up, falls down. And this is because Pluto tends to go direct, then it retrogrades, go direct, then it retrogrades, go direct, then it retrogrades. So it has it's teaching us lessons. It's awful lessons, I can tell you. Oh my gosh, it is. But when you come out of it, I think you're wiser in the area where you were. In my case, I have Pluto right on my ascendant right now in Capricorn. And it just recently got out of that 12th house, but I had years of dealing with Pluto in that 12th house. Maybe it's why I have this weird astrology, intuitive, psychic, weird thing going on. Being alone, living in solitude. I can say during that entire 12th house transit, I lived in solitude. I developed agoraphobia. And I feel like I've been slowly but surely coming out of that shell ever since Pluto got close to my ascendant. And now that it's in the first house, well, here I am, Capricorntigress. So here's the reason I said that is that I feel that you, Sagittarius, some of you may have just gone through tanked, man, in the money. Just went a wash. And I don't know how it could have just gotten really bad. And so, and if it hasn't gotten really bad already, it could get really bad because the North Node is now in Cancer, opposing over in the 8th house. So, that means the South Node is probably going to be somewhere around that 2nd house. And there's going to be some lessons to be learned and stuff. So really with Saturn, it always wants to teach lessons. And so with that money house and what you own and what you possess and what you have to give, even what you have to give from yourself, that's a lesson that you have to learn right now. Man, I'm getting a little deep here. I'm getting a little choked up, but I can say, I felt like I was a little stingy with what I was giving of myself, because after a while I was feeling like my partner was not giving. So I was pulling back. And we forget that sometimes that second house is ourselves. Like it's what we give. And that could literally be like the love we give, or, whatever that we give that's tangible, because it's really the house of Taurus, the second house is. So it usually has to do with reaching out, touching, feeling, sensual things. And that's what was restricted in my life. So be careful, of what you're restricting. Are you holding back affection from others that, you would otherwise shouldn't be holding back affection from? So just be aware that that could be one of the things. And also their Saturn in the second house could indicate either a loss of money or stinginess with the money. So just be cautious with the money. Okay. There's going to be a lot of emphasis in Pisces in the month of December. And, since that's square you Saggies, that could get a little weird. There's going to be some really weird dings, and I'll go over that when we go over the calendar. But Mars and Neptune and Chiron are down in Pisces, and that's the solar fourth house, putting a lot of emphasis into home and family and comfort and security, and just dealing with those issues. With Mars there, could have just shook that up. Just shook that up. I tell you, I really can resonate with the Sagittarius. Sometimes I really do. Now, Mars is going very quickly. By the end of the month, on the 31st, New Year's Eve, Mars goes into Pisces, Aries. It goes from Pisces into Aries. And that's your solar fifth house. You should have a lot of fun New Year's Eve. Uranus is going to be there too. So be careful, because Uranus is going to be in that fifth house of fun, and, romance will be there. Just make sure you don't have a, who did I wake up with moment, with Mars and Uranus in the fifth. You might have to be cautious of that for a while, by the way. All right. So let's see. Anything I miss here? Well, like I said, Venus is doing that retrograde into Scorpio. And basically that's it for what I have to say. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up. I can taste my dinner. Jeez. And I don't want to chew gum and, do this. So I have to put up with it. Should have had this pulled up. I thought I did. I must have shut it by mistake. Okay, you guys, just one moment. Just opening up the calendar. Drinking on my tea. I love green tea, you guys. It's like my favorite. Green tea and lemon. Okay, so let's see. On the 31st, what was that? The 30th of this month. Ooh. November ends badly with Venus opposed Uranus. I just noticed that. Love is crazy that day. Okay, on the 1st, it's going to be a Saturday, the 1st of December. Mercury enters Scorpio. Right on the 1st. It's a day of all or nothing conversations. And for you guys, with Mercury, let me just look at your chart in front. I always like to have it in front of me. Mercury's going to be right there in that 12th house. So, yeah. You're going to have Venus and Mercury there. And you might give an ultimatum. Oh, gosh. That's exactly what I did when it happened to me last month. I gave the ultimatum. That all or nothing. And you might feel that on the 1st. It's just gotten to a point where that's it. All or nothing. I mean, Venus is in the 12th. Mercury goes there. So it might not, work out well, because when these planets are sitting in your 12th, it's really all to your detriment until they get out. Especially you, Saggies, because the 12th house is the house of Pisces. And that's a natural square to you guys. It's just not a happy house for you guys. So when, you know, Venus and Mercury are sitting in there retrograde, like Mercury's retrograde and Venus is going forward finally. So, what a day. On the 2nd, the sun is square Mars. And then, you know, that's a mad at the world day. But the sun's going to be in your first house and Mars is going to be down in your fourth. So it could be some family issue, something to do with your home. Could just be angry, just an angry day. Be aware of that day. That's the 2nd. On the 5th, the sun is squared Neptune. And, you know, again, that's your solar first and the 4th again. It's feeling weak, maybe sad. Yeah. I'm not even sure why. I know that emphasis of Mars and Neptune in the 4th house. I don't even know how you handle that powder keg in your home. And probably that's part of it. You know, you're out, especially if you're married and things are going weird. You're out and you're working, you come home. The last thing you want to do is deal with that yuck, you know? So it can be a really weird month. You've got to figure out how you're going to find your zen during the month and hold on to that. And I think of all the signs, you probably can, because you've got your sun, you've got Jupiter and Mercury, although it retrogrades, but it'll pop back. You've got that all in your first house. It's, you know, it's at least you're strong. For some signs, they're not that strong. But yeah, just relax. Try to relax that day. On the 6th, there's going to be a big day because there's going to be a new moon in Sag. This is really going to be a big day for you guys. That's the new moon in right in your first house. You guys are going to maybe feel emotional that day and feel like, man, you can take on the world that day. And don't forget, you've got all that stuff going on in the first house now. Now it's the sun, new moon, and Jupiter. So it's just beautiful. And Mercury goes direct now in Scorpio. So that's coming back to your first house again. Oh my gosh, you're going to feel like you can think again. It's going to things are going to start to loosen up. And soon when it gets back into your first house, you'll really be in your own. Mars is conjunct Neptune down in that 4th house. So, you know, there could be some kind of crazy. I mean, it could be a disillusionment or, you know, an argument or whatever. But Mars is conjunct Neptune. So, you know, just be aware of that because that's square your Saggy planets and that's your first house. So whatever's going on there might affect you like on a personal level. So just be aware of that. Okay. That was the 6th. On the 8th, Chiron goes direct in Pisces. So I don't know how Chiron in Pisces retrograde is really affecting you. Again, that's the 4th house. And, you know, that's like sadness around your home. I don't know what's been going on around your home, but the good thing is that it goes direct on the 8th and it's in Pisces, but hopefully you'll be able to fix whatever's been going on wrong and heal that now. Start healing. Hope you can heal your home. Now on the 12th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. So yeah, now here we go. So as of the 12th, you're going to have the sun in Sag. You'll have Mercury in Sag. You'll have Jupiter in Sag. There are the most bright, sunny, happy little planets. And it should be beautiful. It's all going to be great from your, you know, you'll get some big ideas, some big dreams, maybe try out some things you never thought you could do before. But again, here we come on the 15th. The sun in Sag is squared Pisces moon in your 4th house again. And that's solar 4th house. So there is a possibility again of something going on from your home life. Something affecting your comfort and security. Something affecting maybe your mother or the nurturing you get, even give as a mother, or It's just something to do, I think, with the family dynamic. I don't know. Just know there's going to be, there's going to be like, you might want things to be a certain way, but you might realize they're not going to be that way. That type of kind of thing going on. It'll be interesting to see how that really plays out in the lives of you Sagittarius on that day. That's the 15th of December. On the 20th of December, the sun is trine Uranus, and Uranus is in Aries, and that's your solar 5th house. And the sun, well, it's on you guys, and that's your solar 1st house. And so it could, you might meet someone out of the blue that day. I think your intuition is going to be great that day, no matter what, because it's going to affect you personally. You might be able to take a chance, take a hunch, take a bet. You might bet that day. If you're going to bet, I would say, yeah, why not try that day? It's a Thursday. It's a Uranus day. For leave, Uranus, Thursday is the natural day of Uranus. So, yeah, it's going to be a really strange day. I mean, definitely play the lotto. If you can bet, go bet. take a hunch, take a chance. That's a good take a chance. Let's see. On the 21st, the sun enters Capricorn. Winter solstice is here. And that puts the emphasis in your 2nd house of money. See, now it's all about that money. Is it time to get down to business? It's all about that money. Venus is trine Neptune that day as well. So love and idealism return somehow on the 21st. Maybe you'll feel like your dreams come true, hopefully. If such a thing could occur, wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? But just remember that you could just be dreaming about it, because Venus is sitting in the 12th house and Neptune is down in the 4th house. Ain't nothing going on. You'll probably be watching Netflix. Just saying. On the 25th, the moon is in Leo. The moon is in Leo, and the moon is trine Jupiter. So that day, well, Jupiter and Sagittarius. So that day is a great day because it's going to be a very optimistic day. It is Christmas Day. You should have a beautiful, wonderful Christmas day. I'm excited for you. You're going to have a great Christmas. Actually, that Christmas is going to be on a Tuesday. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, sun in Capricorn squares the moon in Libra on the Saturday, Capricorn day, the 29th, an 11 day. Ooh, sun square the moon in Libra. Please be aware that's the 29th. It is probably going to have something to do with some relationships. In your case, friendships, because that's your solar 11th house. But that's also, whenever one house is highlighted like that, it shines on the other house too. So friendships and maybe your love or romance might be affected that day. And that sun in Capricorn is going to be your money. Oh, yeah. So that's definitely your money affecting your maybe friendships or something. Interesting. There might be some friction, so be aware of that day. On the 31st, Mars enters Aries, and Mars is home, and that is your solar 5th house as well. And, well, no matter what, hopefully your love life will start to perk up. Maybe romance will start coming back in your life, or you'll start feeling like you have more vitality and you can get more done. It ends on a high note, at least. All right. Well, you guys, thank you once again for tuning in. This has been Capricorntigress, Adrienne Igo of Astrology, a Look Inside. And if you haven't already done so, please go by and visit astrologyalookinside.com and subscribe. And please like and subscribe our video here on YouTube. And I will see you guys again in January. Happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas to all. Much love and much light to all you wonderful, beautiful Saggies. Love you. Mwah. Happy holidays.